Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in with me, boys. Hope you guys do enjoy today's video. So what I got for you guys today is going to be the top 5 maps in Call of Duty history. This is a brand new series I'm starting on my channel where every Thursday I'm going to be doing top 5s. So if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions on what top 5 you want to see next week, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section down below of any top 5s you want to see, and whichever one is most wanted, like most frequently requested or liked, then I will do that one. And if there's not one that's like more frequently requested than any others, then I'll just go through the list and choose one that I think will be the most entertaining or the most fun to do. So if you guys don't get picked in like the first couple episodes, don't worry, you're eventually going to be here on the series. Just keep commenting one that you want to see, or like say you commented on one on last week that you wanted to see, and then the next week you don't get in and you want to like switch it. Just any suggestions you guys have, keep commenting, eventually get on the channel. So just don't become discouraged if you don't get picked in the first couple episodes. I just wanted to say that real quick so no one has any hard feelings here, because I really don't want this series to be about that. I just want this series to be about you guys, so you guys have an impact over here on my channel on what I upload. So getting into things, to start things off, I'm going to start off by saying 3 honorable mentions that did not make the list but are still crazy good maps and that were like just very, very close but fell short of making the list. So the 3 maps are Favela from Modern Warfare 2, Firing Range from Black Ops 1, and Crash from COD 4. These are all old school. Now I'm just going to say this, I forgot to mention this, but all these maps are going to be older Call of Duties just because from my experiences, I've been playing since COD 4 all the way up to Black Ops 3. All the older Call of Duties have much more simple maps, but they just played so much better, and like the designs of them were just so much better. So I just wanted to say that. And if you guys don't know any of these maps, like if you didn't play Call of Duties back then, whenever I say them, I will put an image on the screen just so you guys can see, get a feel for like what the map kind of looked like and like the scenery of the map. So those are the 3 honorable mentions. So coming in at the number 5 spot is Mission from Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 was one of those games that had tons and tons of 3-lane maps. 3-lane maps are basically where there's just 3 lanes, left, right, and then center. And the thing that really set aside Mission above all the other maps is the fact that it's one of the maps that you have to control the middle, or else you're going to get absolutely destroyed. And I love that about this map. It makes it to where people don't camp. Like there's literally 2 buildings that you can sit in, and they're at the far corners of the map. So even if you're a camper, or if you're playing a camper, it's literally not going to benefit them at all. It makes it to where the enemies actually have to move around and get mid-map control to actually do well, which is one of the major reasons that this made my top 5 list. And just also on top of that, just so many memories of playing Modern Warfare 3 when I was a kid, dropping like a crap ton of Moabs with my friends on this map, because like I said, it's one of those maps where if you control the mid-map, you're going to destroy and dominate the game, which is why it's coming in at the number 5 spot. So next at the number 4 spot, we have Nuketown. Nuketown is one of the maps that's an iconic Call of Duty map. Every Call of Duty player knows about it, and I think the reason why is just because it's been remastered in so many Call of Duties that even if like little kids that just started playing the Call of Duty franchise back in Black Ops 2, they would still know it just because it was in so many different Call of Duties. But for this instance, for the video, I'm going to say that this Nuketown is Black Ops 1. Now the reason this made the list is because it's one at the time back in Black Ops 1, it was like a super innovative map. No one really like would have thought about that. It was a really cool idea at the time, and it was so small. It was kind of like shipment from COD 4. It was so small. It was super high action, so much rushing around. And just the fact that it was like a nuclear testing site, kind of like just the idea of the map, how it looked, and how it played back then on Black Ops 1 was just so much fun, and that's why it's coming in at the number 4 spot. So next at the number 3 spot, we have Terminal. Terminal again is one of those iconic maps that so many people know and love. Even if you played in the older Call of Duties back in MW2 where the original map was founded, or in Modern Warfare 3 where they remastered it. Either way, both of the maps in both the games, since the same developers made it, played extremely well. The score streaks dominated. There's really no places to hide on this map besides like a couple of buildings in the plane. There was a lot of cool like spots on the map that like were kind of glitches, but they never patched just because like it was still balanced, like how you can get on top of the plane and stuff. Like there was just so many cool spots on this map. And on top of that, it was one of those maps where if you were playing with a good team, you can control the spawns really well. The spawns were probably some of the best spawns we've ever seen in Call of Duty. They didn't flip like easily at all. So it made it to where if you're playing with a good team, you control the map, you would do really well. And on top of that, like I said, score streaks would do amazing on this map. I remember back in MW2 when I was going for nukes, whenever Terminal came up, all you had to do literally all you had to do was get that 7 kill streak Harrier, put it over A-Dom, let it get like a multi-kill because that's where everyone spawn trapped the enemies at, and then as soon as you got your chopper gunner, literally instant nuke. Like you literally just sat there in your chopper gunner shooting the same spot where they spawned, and it was just like an easy mode nuke. And there's just so many good memories back on this map that I had to put it up here on the list, and that's why it's coming in at the number 3 spot. So next up we have Scrapyard in the number 2 spot. Scrapyard from MW2. This is like, oh my god, this map is so good. Like I'm telling you guys right now, this map is really small, and like again with a lot of these maps, it's a reoccurring theme here, but there's really not that many buildings on this map besides 2 on each side, and again they're on like the far sides of the map, so unless like the enemies are pushing you, you're really not going to do too well. But like since this map is so small, there's so many like good choke points, and like just right off the spawn, literally right off the spawn, you hear Semtex, you hear shooting, just because like this map was so small, so high actioned, and just like the theme of it, how like there was all those broken planes everywhere and stuff, well, it made it a really enjoyable map to play and look at. How it looked was really good. And on top of this, along with Terminal, the kill streaks on this map would go in. Like as soon as you got your AC-130, you would just shoot down the big missiles everywhere, and you get so many multi-kills. And just all the good memories back on this map were amazing. Like honestly, this map, I had so much fun. It was like such a cool idea back in the days for Modern Warfare 2. It was so small, so high action, and you just had a ton of fun, which is why it's in the number 2 spot. So lastly, but definitely not least, in the number 1 spot, we have Highrise. Highrise is the trick shotter's paradise. Like there's so many aspects of this map that are so cool. So the one thing I want to mention, the one thing why I think this made this is just like how like the map is like designed. Like I don't know how to describe it, but there's so many parts of this map that are really cool. How they have like that underground part, and then they also have like some of the glitches, not really glitches, but like secret spots where you can get up on the crane and up on top of like one of the actual high-rise buildings. And then on top of this, it was a really good map for any gun, like any playstyle. You could run a submachine gun and just run around in the enemy spawn in one of the buildings, tear stuff up along with shotguns. And then if you were a sniper, I mean, snipers and trick shotters absolutely loved this map. There were so many high points, there were so many good spots to sit mid-map and shoot down in the enemy spawn, which is another good thing about this map, is if you controlled mid-map and kept the enemies pushed up into their spawn building, you would just destroy the enemies. And again, this was one of those maps where I dropped so many nukes back then, man. As soon as you get your AC-130 or chopper gunner, there's literally no hope for the enemies, dude. They're not even coming close to getting out of the map. So that's why it's at the number 1 spot. But that's it for the top 5 list. If you guys have any different like variations that you guys think, say you're like a Call of Duty player that just started recently on like recent Call of Duties, then give me your top 5. Although it's not the same as mine, I love seeing your guys' thoughts and opinions based off mine, and I like comparing them and just seeing what you guys think. Which is why I wanted to start this series, get you guys involved in the channel more. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, or if you guys are new to the channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a stellar rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
Take it easy, you slutbag mother trucker.